Yellow is not even my favorite color, but I love products that are made out of Ultem. Ultem is a thermoplastic that until recently was used in medical applications and industrial applications, but it has since become really popular with the EDC community. You'll see all sorts of stuff like pins and knife scales rather, made of these things. And man, I don't know why I love it, but I really do. So in this video, we're going to take a look at some of my favorite Ultem items. Let's do it. If you love knives, flashlights, bags, pouches, all EDC gear and everything in between, make sure you're subscribed, because why not? It costs you nothing and it really helps us out. And don't forget to make the algorithm happy by hitting that like button as well. We appreciate it in advance. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, let's go with the first thing I want to talk to about today, and this is the first thing that I use. I use this every single day. This is the County Calm QD quick release coupler, and it's like any other keychain coupler, but it's made of Ultem, and you can just do like that. It's got a little coupler here on this side to where you can it's got a little collar sleeve that you can pull in and out, and you can put it back on. I had a titanium version of this that was just a tad bit loose, so I think this is like their V2 of these, and I really like it. I use this every day because I use this fob to get into different parts of our campus and whatnot, and it's really been fantastic to use that to keep my car in ignition, because we've got a pretty good sized campus and I need to go around and do different stuff. So really nice to be able to decouple those keys from that. And on the other side of my key ring, I bought two of these because I like them so much, is the Workerman key clip here. And you can see this one has been used pretty good. I've had it on here ever since I got it. It's starting to discolor a little bit around there. It's a little bit beat up, but as a comparison, this is a brand new one, unused one basically. These were only about 25 bucks a piece, and I really wanted to get two of them in case I wanted to use another one. Workerman's a great brand. They make a ton of stuff in Ultem. And while we're on the Ultem ones, just a little bead here that I wanted to share, a little ghost bead that you can put on a lanyard bead here. It's got a full-size hole there for you, a little X on the side, a little X on the other side. Sometimes they've got a little topo design on the other ones. I've got one over here on a pouch that I'm also going to do a review on, but it's got a little topo pattern on the other side, and then of course the smiley face X on the other side. So that's the notorious EDC AGP All Good pouch, and I'm going to do a review on that very, very soon. But I love these Workerman key things. I put the clip on my belt. You can clip it onto Molly, you can clip it onto basically anything, and it's got some good flexibility here. It's been very strong for me. That little notch right there keeps it in place. These don't go anywhere once they're clipped onto something. So if you can find these on a drop again, good luck with that, because I didn't see them on his website, so I can't necessarily link them, so I'll just link his website. But love these little key clips. I hope he makes more of these. And while we're on beads, I love this little bomb, kind of a bomb looking bead. It looks like a little bomb, and I'm going to put this, I don't know exactly what I'm going to put this on, but I'm going to put it on probably one of these items that you see here. This is actually from Zero Feud, the same guys that make the little keyboard, the key click things right here. I kind of got a yellow one to go with an Ultem kind of carry, so you'll maybe see an Ultem carry with some Zero Feud stuff in it. Zero Feud makes really cool fidgets, really cool stuff, and so just make sure you keep them in mind. This is just their bomber bead. This one is really cool because it's a bigger bead, and it's from Nice Guy Machine, and I've got this on a little black lanyard so you can see it, but it's got a hollow end in it to where if you tie a tight enough kind of knot here, you can actually tuck the knot all the way in, so you've got a full-fledged zipper pull on this. And I'm really considering putting this is my most high-priced bead. I think this bead was by itself was like, it's polished Ultem, and I think it was like 40 bucks maybe. But again, see if you can catch one on his website. Just superb to go on anything. I'm thinking about maybe even putting it on here, just to have Ultem on Ultem, you know, and I'll talk about that here in just a second. But this is from Nice Guy Machine. Really cool Ultem stuff on there as well. There's a couple of really local companies that are making good Ultem stuff, and so if you get in on those emails and those drops, you should be able to catch some of these, as they're not incredibly high demand, but they probably make them in very low quantities, because I don't think Ultem is hard to work with. It's a thermoplastic, but at the same time, it's not the cheapest thing around either. Some of the stuff on this list, like this Pen Go from CountyCom I'm going to talk about in a minute, very cheap. I think I got this one for like 12 bucks or something. So Ultem is not incredibly hard to work with, and it's not incredibly expensive, but everybody seems to want it right now, so that's probably a contributing part to it. Now, one of the items I wanted to mention was the Adapt case by Dango Products. And I quickly realized that this case wasn't for me. I bought this with my own funds, but I realized that this wasn't for me. It's got this cool Ultem side on it. It's got this thumb screw that holds in everything. As you can see, it comes apart like so. This case is for a 14 Pro. They also have the 14 Pro Max. I sold the phone, that's why you don't see a phone in the shots. But it's super cool. It's anything but minimalistic. I guess I could recommend this case if this is your sort of thing. Looks ultra cool, but just not for me. Let's talk about pill boxes for a second. I've got two here, one from Dango Products, and I'll talk about a few Dango products as well. Dango's got some really interesting Ultem stuff if you want to check it out. This is just a threaded pill carrier. And, you know, being old now, I need pills. I need allergy pills, blood pressure pills. These are actually allergy pills. So really nice little cavernous pill box carrier here. I love this thing. It's got some holes in the top. You can actually put a lanyard in, as you've seen I've done. It's really fantastic. This is the CountyCom Ultem slide box right here. I love this topo pattern on the top. It's got some room for some really good size pills in it. These got I've got regular ibuprofen pills in here, and it does a cool little thing with the stops here. You get a half stop. It clicks into place there, so you can kind of get out what you need, or you can just open it up all the way, and so you can have it. Now it doesn't, the door doesn't come off, but it does kind of just slide. It's just a little slide box here, again made of Ultem 1000, big enough for something like an SD card, a stack of SD cards, if you wanted to do that as well. So you can fit a bunch of little tiny, if you got little tiny USB drives or something, you could fit those in here as well. But you get that half stop and then the full stop, and it's a nice, it kind of is a fidget toy, unless you want to lose your pills inside. But you get some grip on the top here with that topo pattern. It's pretty deep in there. It looks really nice though. I love that. So this is the slide box from CountyCom, and CountyCom has a ton of good stuff. I invite you to check out their website. They've got a bunch of Ultem things, and the things that they have in Ultem, they usually have in other materials as well. So you can use code Landman EDC at checkout. I believe that will give you a discount, but it will also help you out and help out the channel to let them know that I sent you there. CountyCom is amazing. They've got some really good cost-effective stuff. You can spend $100 there and get a ton of things. Let's stay with CountyCom and let's talk about the Pen Go in Ultem. This is the CountyCom Pen Go. It's just a tiny little EDC pen that's got a lanyard hole at the top. It screws off. It's got a Lamy, I believe M22 refill on there, so a tiny little refill. But this is a perfect kind of, you know, super portable pen that you can just slide into your coin pocket. You can slide anywhere else. Here it is in comparison to like a regular size pencil or pen here. Very tiny, very cheap. I think this one was like 12 bucks. And so again, give CountyCom a visit, check out some of their stuff. They've got a ton of products on their website. So you might have to search, if you just search Ultem as a material, they're going to come up with things like this and a couple of other pens and things as well. Really cool little piece here. One of the most expensive things, pens I think I've ever bought. I think this was maybe $199 or $149. I talked about this in my analog note-taking video, but this is one of my most favorite pens. This is the Tactile Turn full-size bolt-action pen in Ultem, and you can see that quintessential Ultem color with that. This has just got an awesome fidget factor. The bolt is so just smooth. The pin clip kind of fades into the top there, and you've got this nice little top right there. You can't see where the clip ends. It's really cool, and it writes like a dream. It takes a Schmidt refill, so you're going to be able to put a lot of different refills into this, but this thing writes so smooth. It is thicker and bigger than a normal pen. So if I give you a pretty thick, what I think is a pretty thick pen here, it's going to be just a marginally thicker there. And again, just amazing to be able to write with this if you love a bigger pen. Unbelievable quality here from Tactile Turn. All right, we're getting down to some of the most expensive items here on the list. This is the JW Knife V3 driver, and I love this thing in Ultem. I love these anyway. They've got a ball bearing here on the top to where you can use that, but when you're using it to put some screws in and out, you can actually, it's got a magnetic part down here at the end. So if I go ahead and put one of my bits in here, and this is kind of a railer little Amazon find, a little bit carrier that I found that fits the bits that go in this. And so you got a magnetic thing right here, and you can just go in, and if you need to change anything out, like I changed out the belt clip. I had to take the belt clip off of this one. I'll talk about this here in a minute, but I had to take the belt clip off of this one and bend it back because this little thing caught on my steering wheel getting out of my car. But it's just a fantastic little driver to be able to use for these things, and you've got this motion to where you can just make it go, 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 and it's kind of doubles as a fidget toy too. Wonder how long it'll go. Anyway, really cool V3 driver in Ultem. They have these similar designs in other materials as well. All right, so I'm crazy about Ultem, and these are two of the most expensive knives that I own. In fact, these are the two most expensive knives that I own. One of them's new, one of them's not new. I got this one over a year ago. I think this one was $1.99, maybe it was even $2.99. It's so expensive I can't even tell you like how much it was. Again, not recommended, but this Ultem Bead came on it as well. I just didn't put it back on there. And just a premium MagnaCut slip joint. This is the Tactile Knife Bear, spelled B-E-X-A-R. And just unbelievable. Look how thin this thing is. It is so thin. This is a regular size ProTech, and you can compare the thickness here to the thinness of the Bear knife. It's just an amazing slip joint. It's got that half stop that you've got. I'm kind of getting back into old knives right now, and I'm going to have a future episode in the next few weeks about that, about knife shows. And this just is awesome. You got that, I believe, a clip point blade there. Just a unbelievable MagnaCut finish, stonewash, obviously. And I'm a big fan of stonewash. I got this one in stonewash as well, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. But just exquisite in the quality. This is a perfect slip joint knife, I think. There's not going to be anything better, and it's obviously in Ultem, so it's super lightweight. I put it in my pocket. I cannot tell you how many times I've washed this in my jeans because I forgot it was in there. Unbelievable quality, the Tactile Knife Bear. All right, certainly last but not least is my brand new acquisition, the ProTech Les George SBR. This is a full-size ProTech. I've never actually had a full-size ProTech. I've only had the runts, which are about this big. In fact, I'll do you a little size comparison here. Here's one of my OD green runts, and so you can see I like the style. I like the design of the runts better. In fact, if the Runt 5 ever comes in Ultem, just take my money. If you know of anyone out there, please point that out to me. But I love ProTech knives. I've only got a couple of them. They are expensive. This is probably the most expensive knife that I've ever bought, but it's got that automatic button opening and a unbelievable S35VN steel on this. Just unbelievable quality. And you've got this Les George branding on the other side. It's black on the other side. I wish it was kind of Ultem on both sides, but I kind of understand why they couldn't do that with the nature of this blade and popping out like it does. I mean, this thing will jump out of your hand. It's unbelievable, dangerous, just mean. Oh, I love it. And of course, you've got the Ultem scales on here on one side, that big pivot. Just a beautiful, beautiful thing. And again, this little blade, the only thing I don't like is I wish I could replace the clip here. And I'm going to try to do that, I believe. But really cool jimping right here. If you actually open it back up, you've got some jimping on the blade as well. And the choil is good and sharpen ready, so I'm ready to sharpen this if I need to. Just a really good ergonomics, really good feel, materials. It was worth the $215 price tag, in my opinion. I'm only going to spend that kind of money on something like an automatic knife. I'm not going to be buying a slip joint necessarily at that price, but amazing, amazing knife. These, like I said, these two right here, two most expensive knives that I own by a mile, and cannot recommend them enough. Though they are worth the money, worth the investment, and I just love that amber Ultem finish there. All right, so what Ultem accessories do you love, and what Ultem is Ultem something that you like? Is it something that you want to get into? Is it something that you just think looks really, really stupid, or what? Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. These are just a few of my favorite Ultem things, and I really appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe to the video. And again, I'm going to go ahead and say, if you want a sticker, especially if you're in the continental United States, if you're hanging around to the end of the video, you deserve a sticker. I'm just saying. Let me know. Sound off in the comments. Get in touch with me via email with your shipping address. I will send you a sticker. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you in the next video.